Boom shakalaka, today's video I'm going to tell you the top 10 altcoins to buy in the dip. Bitcoin and altcoins dumped the other day. You want to stock up on alts before the price soars. These ones are going to be the absolute best altcoins to pick. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video we're going to be talking about the top 10 altcoins to choose right now. Now, did I pull these out of my rectum? No, I'm actually using a system harnessing the power of machine learning and artificial intelligence in a system that turned $20,000 into over $5 million in the last bull run to pick out the top 10 altcoins, period. Now, if you want to check out that system yourself, you could click on the link for token metrics down in the pinned comment and also in the description. You could check it out. But what did I do to find these top 10 altcoins, and how did I know that now's a good time to buy? Well, people talk about alt season. It could be alt season. Some people say it's alt season. Some people say it's not alt season. We have evidence both ways. Before we get into that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. But if we take a look at the total market capitalization or the Bitcoin dominance of the market, the last time we truly had an alt season where everybody agreed it was alt season was January of 2018. If we take a look at this chart, that was right here, January of 2018. We had a Bitcoin dominance of 32.8%. Now, just previous to that, Bitcoin went from a dominance of 56% all the way down to that 32%. So we see a very significant drop. And even before that, from about the beginning of that year, Bitcoin was at 86%. So we could say that in alt season, Bitcoin dominance drops from anywhere from 86 to 50-some% all the way down to 30%. Now, if we take a look at where Bitcoin is right now, well, we had a high of about 69%, go 69, and right now it's dropped down to about a 51%. So it is down, but it's definitely not down as low as it was previously. We're not seeing the peak of alt season. That's one argument. The other argument we could see here is if we take a look at the blockchaincenter.net altcoin season index. They say, is it altcoin season? Yes. What is an altcoin season? If 75% of the top 50 coins perform better than Bitcoin over the last 90 days, it's alt season. And if we take a look at this chart here, we can see the coins indicating an alt season, look at all of them, and the coins indicating a Bitcoin season, not too many of them. So we see a lot of coins indicating an altcoin season. Some of the ones we might know, Dogecoin and Chiliz and some other big gainers. As a matter of fact, over the past 90 days, the top performance, PancakeSwap, Dogecoin, Chiliz, Holochain, BitTorrent, Terra Luna, Binance Coin. Now, they do a cool thing on here. They actually give you an altcoin season index. So they say right now it's 94% altcoin season. Over the year, 71%. Over the month, 82%. And actually, they have a nice handy dandy chart where you could take a look over the past year. It's alt season again. There was a Bitcoin season, but right now it's alt season. Bitcoin season was around December when Bitcoin was pumping and altcoins hadn't yet. Now it's altcoins again. Most likely, it's going to head back towards alt season because basically what this does is it just oscillates back and forth between alt season and Bitcoin season. Now, to what you all came to the video for, the top 10 altcoins, period. Now, sometimes when I make these videos, I'll look at, like, let's say the Investor Yearly or the Trader Daily or the Trader Weekly. But what I actually did this time is I want to find altcoins that are consistently the best buys on all of these time frames. And why? Well, this quant grade, they use over 80 different metrics to help determine the best absolute altcoins for certain time frames. So they have Trader on a daily, a weekly, and a monthly time frame. They also have Investor on a quarterly and a yearly time frame. So what I did was I made this cool little colored chart where I took a look at the daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly profiles, and I listed the top 10 altcoins in each profile. And then from that, I figured out, well, if it's in 4 or 5 different of these time frames, then we'll make it green. If it's in 2 or 3, we'll make it yellow. And if it's only in 1, we'll make it red. So as you can see here, a lot of them turned out yellow. A few turned out green. And also a lot turned out red. So in the green ones, the ones that turned out in pretty much every time frame, we have Bitcoin, we have FTX token, and we have OKB. Okay? Now, yellow, I would say those would also be good because they turned out in many, 2 to 3 of the different time frames. Okay, so we have Terra, ELRN, Litecoin, Leo token, Theta Network, Kusama, Bitcoin Cash, Monero, Chainlink, and Decred. And then there were the ones who only turned out in one time frame. And while those are still good, they potentially couldn't be as good as some of the other ones. Things like Neo, Synthetics, Ethereum, Dash, Polkadot, Near, Zcash, XDC Network, Basic Attention Token, ETH Classic, Polygon, and Cosmos. Now, I didn't stop there because that gives us a lot of information. But out of all of those, I want to know which ones, based on technical analysis, are looking the best to buy right now. So let's take a look at them. The first one, and there are only 10 here, the first one will be Bitcoin itself. Now, Bitcoin is not an altcoin, but Bitcoin is a Bitcoin. And as you know here, as we mentioned here, this oscillates back and forth. It's heavy alt season right now. It's likely to oscillate back towards Bitcoin season. But not only that, Bitcoin has been in this trend since the beginning of October, this bullish megaphone. It's down towards the bottom of that. It hasn't been down towards the bottom since when Bitcoin went on a tear from $17,000 all the way to $42,000. So it makes it likely that Bitcoin is going to go on another tear. And until Bitcoin actually breaks out of that, I wouldn't be too worried about it. It's actually at the bottom of the trend that it's been in for months. So I would say this is a great buy opportunity for Bitcoin. So that's why this one gets up there first. Next one would be FTX token. I mean, look at this straight line. It just follows this line straight up. Now, this is a logarithmic scale. You should know that. But it just follows this line straight up. And as long as it keeps on following this line, it's a great investment. Just buy. Once it breaks below this line, maybe not. Next one would be OKEx. OKEx is actually on the verge of a breakout. It should have a breakout by the end of May. Now, because of this wedge here, which direction will it go? Will it go down? Will it go up? That, difficult to tell. But if likely we're in an alt season type scenario, it's more likely that it would break upwards. Not to mention, that is the more recent trend support, is this rising lower bounds here, as opposed to the tops that we have there. So potentially we might see a likely price break upwards. Next one would be Luna. Now, Luna is one that's been consistently very, very high on token metrics. And because of that, they think that the price is going to go up. Now, if we take a look at this, this is just looking at the Fibonacci retracement. The Fib retracement, when we have something that goes up and then comes back down and finds support on the 61.8, this is actually a very, very strong buy signal, because that means that it's consolidating there for another run upwards. This is a very good signal. So buying it here at the 61.8, it's very likely that the price is consolidating to where it's going to be able to take off again. So that one, good buy. Next one is ELRN. ELRN is another one that's just following a very nice trend line. And as you can see here, as long as it keeps following this trend line, great buy, because the trend line is just continuing to go up. And I should mention that I am comparing all these altcoins to Bitcoin. The reason for that is there's no reason to hold an altcoin if just holding Bitcoin will do better for you. But all of these in their Bitcoin comparative looks like they are gaining. Next one is one that I've been talking about a lot, Litecoin. Litecoin's been in this descending wedge, which is generally a very bullish trend, and plus, historically, it's an oscillator. So if we take a look, it just oscillates back and forth against Bitcoin. It's good to buy when it's in these red areas. It's good to sell when it's in these green areas. This is the same reason that Dogecoin was a massive buy months ago, and why I predicted the Dogecoin pump, which you can see right here. Litecoin is the same exact thing and is starting to break out of this descending wedge. Well, guess what? Likely when it breaks out of here, it's going to continue breaking upwards, potentially 10xing whatever Bitcoin you put into Litecoin. The next one would be THETA. Now, this is another one, very popular project, and after its run up, which topped out at about March, it's come back and is finding support on the 61.8 fib, another very strong support level. So buying down here around the 61.8 fib, this would set you up for when it takes some more upward gains. Next one, Kusama. Kusama's another one. it's finding support on the 61.8 fib level. Now this one oftentimes will run up alongside Polkadot because they are kind of like sister chains. This is a canary chain for the Polkadot network, but every time that Polkadot goes up, Kusama goes up as well, right now finding some consolidation on the 61.8 fib. Next one is Chainlink. Now Chainlink for a while was somewhat bearish, but it found support on this little support box that we have right here, and it actually changed the directions of its trend. It broke out of this downward trend that it was in, going up into a new upward trend by these dotted lines. You can see here, it's kind of in the middle of it, but could continue bouncing upward in this trend. So Chainlink would be a good buy right now. And the last one would be Decred. Very simple upward trend, single line trend. You can look at that. Decred is just absolutely killing it right now. So those are the top 10 altcoins I would say to buy right now. Obviously, one of them is not an altcoin, it's Bitcoin, but we have Bitcoin, FTX token, OKB, Terra, ELRN, Litecoin, Theta Network, Kusama, Chainlink, and Decred. So you definitely want to stock up your bags before altcoin season takes off again while we're in a little bit of a pullback. If you did enjoy that video, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, guys, check out Token Metrics. There's a link down in the pinned comment and also down in the description. It'll get you a certain percentage off of your Token Metrics subscription. Definitely worth checking out. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.